You might think you're doing everything right, eating more greens, drinking those vibrant smoothies, cutting back on desserts. But what if I told you that one food, often hailed as heart-healthy and brain-boosting, could be quietly increasing your risk of blood clots? It's a staple in many diets, a common choice for breakfast, a delightful snack, or even the centerpiece of your salads. As a brain doctor who has worked with thousands of patients over the age of 60, I've come to recognize a troubling pattern. Some foods that seem beneficial can actually pose significant health risks. Today, I want to talk to you about a specific food that can have real consequences on your health if not approached carefully. Your health deserves the truth, wrapped in warmth rather than alarmist headlines. So let's dive in. Let's talk about blood clots. Many of you may not realize this, but blood clots can be silent and even deadly. We often link them with injuries, major surgery, or hospital stays, but the reality is much more insidious. Small shifts in your diet can elevate your risk, often without you even knowing it, especially when certain foods impact blood flow in ways we might not expect. I hear from many seniors, but I mostly eat natural foods now, doc. That's fantastic, and I truly applaud your efforts. Eating more whole foods is a step in the right direction. Yet some natural foods contain high levels of vitamin K1, which plays a crucial role in blood clotting. Sounds helpful, right? Clotting can stop bleeding, but here's the catch. Too much vitamin K can upset the balance of your body, especially for seniors who may already be facing issues like high blood pressure, slow blood circulation, or those taking medications like blood thinners. Allow me to share with you the story of Mary, a spirited 72-year-old woman who switched to kale smoothies as a way to sharpen her memory. On the surface, this seemed like a brilliant choice. After all, kale is packed with antioxidants and nutrients that promote brain health. But within weeks, things took a serious turn. Mary began to experience soreness in her legs and shortness of breath. A trip to the emergency room revealed a concerning diagnosis: a small blood clot in her leg. Doctors attributed that clot to a sudden spike in vitamin K from her kale-heavy diet, and she had no idea this could happen. Like many, she assumed she was simply being healthy. Now, this doesn't mean kale is bad, but it highlights an important point. When consumed in large amounts, particularly when blended into smoothies, it delivers a hefty dose of vitamin K. Other greens like spinach, collards, and even broccoli can pose the same risk when overconsumed. And there's no need to panic. This doesn't mean you have to completely avoid these greens. What it does signify is that as our bodies age, we need to be more mindful about nutrient consumption and how it affects us. As we age, our blood vessels don't function like they used to. The walls become more rigid, blood flow slows down, and hormonal changes occur. If you're on heart medications, or if your circulation is already sluggish, your risk for clotting increases. It's a bit like a perfect storm brewing. When lifestyle changes meet well-meaning dietary choices, the outcome isn't always favorable. So why do these risks increase as we get older? Well, beyond the age of 60, our circulatory system can struggle to keep up with the demands placed on it. Our blood vessels may narrow due to a natural process called atherosclerosis. Think of it as old pipes that have accumulated years of buildup. Blood doesn't flow as smoothly, often leading it to pool or thicken in certain areas. We can also consider those quiet moments of stillness. Long periods spent sitting while reading, watching TV, or on car rides. These seemingly harmless activities can cause blood to settle in the legs. Pair that with excess vitamin K, signaling your liver to prepare to clot, and we have a cocktail for increased blood clots. Now imagine vitamin K working in your body like a busy traffic officer, guiding your blood on where it needs to stop. Very beneficial for stopping bleeding, but not so great when your blood needs to flow freely. Normally, our bodies manage this balancing act very well, but aging complicates things, from how our digestive systems absorb nutrients to hormone levels and how our liver processes vitamins and minerals. Moreover, many seniors are on medications like warfarin or apixaban that are specifically designed to thin the blood. When you suddenly increase your intake of high vitamin K foods, you might be unintentionally disrupting the effectiveness of these medications, often without even realizing it. That's why having clear communication with your doctor is so crucial. not just about medications, but also about what's on your plate. Most seniors I interact with don't realize that even a minor change, like shifting from iceberg lettuce to spinach, can impact their health in significant ways. So what lies ahead if we don't pay attention to these changes? It's important to think about the long-term effects. Untreated, the risk of serious health issues can escalate. Conditions like deep vein thrombosis or pulmonary embolism could become even more prevalent, leading to unintended hospital visits, discomfort, and a loss of independence. The impact on your daily routine could be profound, making simple activities feel daunting and eroding your self-esteem over time. As you can see, navigating this landscape doesn't need to be steeped in fear, but it should be approached with caution. You deserve to know how to protect your well-being without unnecessary alarm. Now, if all of this feels a bit overwhelming, know that you're not alone. Many seniors share these concerns, and it's okay to feel uncertain about what to eat and what to avoid. So let's pause here for a moment. You may be left wondering, how can I navigate these dietary choices effectively? What are the hidden risks, and how can I take control of my health? Stay with me for the next chapter as we peel back the layers and explore the root causes of increased blood clot risks as we age. Knowledge is power, and together we will uncover the strategies you need to keep your health and your independence strong. You might think you're doing everything right, eating more greens, drinking those vibrant smoothies, and cutting back on desserts. But what if I told you that one food often hailed as heart healthy and brain boosting could quietly be increasing your risk of blood clots? This very food is a staple in many diets, common for breakfast, a delightful snack, or even at the center of salads. As a brain doctor who's worked with thousands of patients over the age of 60, I see a troubling pattern emerging. Some foods that seem beneficial can actually pose significant health risks. Today, let's explore this specific food and its impact on your health. Your health deserves an honest and warm conversation, so let's dive in together. Blood clots can be silent and even deadly. Many of you might associate them with major injuries or hospital stays, but they can develop quietly, without any warning. Small changes in your diet, especially certain ingredients that can affect blood flow, can elevate your risk without you realizing it. I hear from many seniors, but I mostly eat natural foods now, doc. And that's wonderful. I truly applaud that effort. Yet some natural foods are high in something called vitamin K1, key for blood clotting. Now, while this might seem helpful, stopping bleeding sounds like a good thing. Too much vitamin K can upset your body's balance. For seniors who face challenges like high blood pressure, slow circulation, or who are on blood-thinning medications, this can create real dangers. Let me share the story of Mary, a 72-year-old who switched to kale smoothies, seeking to enhance her memory. At first glance, this seemed like a great choice. Kale is packed with antioxidants and nutrients. However, within weeks, Mary experienced soreness in her legs and struggled to catch her breath. A trip to the emergency room uncovered a small blood clot in her leg, potentially from the substantial amount of vitamin K she was consuming. She had no idea, and neither did anyone else warn her. Like many, she believed she was making a healthy choice. This doesn't mean that kale is bad. Rather, it emphasizes the importance of moderation. Consuming large quantities, especially when blended into smoothies, can deliver a hefty dose of vitamin K. Other greens such as spinach, collards, and even broccoli can have the same effect if overconsumed. So let's focus on why this is particularly vital for us as we age. As our bodies grow older, they don't work quite like they used to. Our blood vessels become stiffer, blood flow slows down, and we may face hormonal changes that affect our health. If you're taking heart medications, or if your circulation is already sluggish, your risk for clotting can increase. It creates a perfect storm, a scenario where lifestyle shifts meet well-intentioned dietary choices. As we pass the age of 60, our circulatory system can become less efficient. A natural process called atherosclerosis can lead our blood vessels to narrow. Imagine old pipes collecting buildup over time. Blood has a harder time moving smoothly, making it more likely to pool or thicken in certain areas. Moreover, simple activities like sitting for long periods, whether reading, watching TV, or during long car rides, can cause blood to settle in the legs. Combine that with an excess of vitamin K, signaling your liver to prepare to clot, and we have a risky combination. Vitamin K works in your body somewhat like an attentive traffic officer, directing blood where it needs to stop. Very beneficial in the case of bleeding, but it can create trouble when blood needs to flow freely throughout your system. Typically, our bodies manage to balance these mechanisms well. However, aging can complicate this process. From how our digestive system absorbs nutrients to fluctuations in hormone levels, even the liver's handling of vitamins may change. Adding to this complexity, many seniors take medications like warfarin or apixaban, which are designed to thin the blood. A sudden uptick in high vitamin K foods might unintentionally lessen the effectiveness of these medications, and often without you even realizing it. That's why clear communication with your healthcare provider is essential. It's vital to discuss not just medications, but also what's on your plate. Many seniors I know don't recognize that something as seemingly innocuous as replacing iceberg lettuce with spinach can tip the scales in ways that matter. Let's consider what happens if we ignore these dietary nuances. If untreated, the risks of serious health issues can escalate dramatically. Conditions like deep vein thrombosis or even pulmonary embolism might become more prevalent, leading to unplanned hospital visits, discomfort, and an erosion of your independence. The impact on your daily life could be profound, transforming simple tasks into daunting challenges and affecting your overall self-esteem. But let's not spiral into worry. Instead, it's important to approach this topic with caution and knowledge. You deserve to understand how to protect your well-being, steering through dietary choices without unnecessary fear or apprehension. I understand that all of this can be a bit overwhelming, and you're not alone in feeling uncertain about what to eat and what to avoid. Many seniors share these concerns, and it's okay to seek clarity. As we pause here, I want you to reflect on how to navigate dietary choices effectively. What are the hidden risks? How can you take control of your health amidst these complexities? Stick with me as we move into the next chapter, where we'll explore effective strategies to mitigate these risks. Knowledge is power, and together we can uncover the pathways to maintaining your health and your invaluable independence. Your journey toward health is important, and it starts with understanding. Let's ensure you have the tools you need moving forward. You probably have this in your kitchen right now, but don't realize it's the reason your legs feel heavy and sluggish. Yes, I'm talking about leafy greens, particularly kale, spinach, and collard greens. These foods often take center stage in health discussions, praised for their rich nutrients and brain-boosting properties. However, what many don't realize is that, especially as we age, consuming them in large quantities can quietly escalate the risk of blood clots, a serious health concern that can quietly develop without warning. As a brain doctor who's dedicated years to caring for patients over 60, I have heard countless stories of well-intentioned choices gone awry. One such story involves a patient I'll call Mary. At 72, she was committed to eating healthier and believed kale smoothies would enhance her memory and overall well-being. On the surface, this seemed like a fantastic decision. After all, kale is brimming with antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. But soon Mary found herself battling unexpected symptoms. Soreness in her legs and a sense of exhaustion prompted a visit to the emergency room, where doctors discovered a small blood clot in her leg. It turned out that her enthusiasm for those kale smoothies had led to a significant spike in vitamin K levels, tipping her body's delicate balance. This brings us to the crux of our discussion today: understanding vitamin K and how it interacts with our aging bodies, particularly when it comes to blood clotting. You see, while vitamin K plays a crucial role in blood coagulation, essential for stopping bleeding after an injury, too much of it can be counterproductive, especially for those already predisposed to blood clots. As we age, our blood vessels don't function as efficiently as they once did. They become stiffer, hormones change, and circulation slows down. If you're taking medications like blood thinners, or if your circulation isn't optimal, this can create a precarious situation where well-meaning food choices backfire. But hold on, a little good news amidst this serious talk. You don't have to eliminate these greens altogether. Balance is key. Instead of diving headfirst into green smoothies every day, consider integrating these nutrient-dense foods into your diet mindfully. It's not about banishing kale or spinach, but rather about consuming them in consistent, moderate amounts. A good rule of thumb is to vary your greens throughout the week. Maybe arugula on Monday, baby spinach on Wednesday, and kale on Saturday. This not only ensures you still receive those vital nutrients, but also prevents spikes in vitamin K necessary for clotting. Let's pivot to another crucial dietary element that pairs beautifully with these greens: omega-3 fatty acids. You might be familiar with these good fats as the ones found in fatty fish like salmon and mackerel, as well as in flax seeds and walnuts. Omega-3s offer profound benefits when it comes to blood flow and cardiovascular health. They work to reduce inflammation in the body and can contribute to healthier circulation by naturally thinning the blood. Consider this: a patient of mine named Harold, who initially relied heavily on kale smoothies and multivitamins, missing out on these beneficial fats. After we introduced sardines twice a week and some walnut snacks into his routine, he noticed significant improvements in his circulation in just a few weeks. Small, powerful shifts can lead to substantial changes in how you feel. But healthy eating doesn't stop there. Hydration is equally critical. You may not realize it, but dehydration can thicken your blood, making circulation less efficient. Aim for at least 6 to 8 cups of water daily, adjusting according to your specific needs. Herbal teas and broth can also contribute positively to this goal, helping to keep your blood flowing smoothly. And let's talk about movement. Gentle movement can be your ally against clotting as well. Even if walking is challenging, taking time each hour to flex and extend your ankles, think of it as gently pumping a car pedal, can stimulate circulation and help prevent your blood from pooling in your legs. Adding small leg movements or even using compression socks can provide immense benefits. Of course, I must mention one last thing: be vigilant with labels. Many leafy green supplements and detox drinks are packed with concentrated ingredients that could inadvertently spike your vitamin K intake. If you're taking medications or have specific health concerns, always discuss these supplements with your doctor. Let's take a moment to recap before we wrap up. The conversations around nutrition can feel overwhelming, but remember, knowledge is empowering. Yes, leafy greens are beneficial, but moderation is crucial, particularly for seniors prone to blood clots from medications or other health issues. Think of your plate as a palette filled with varied colors and nutrients that can aid your overall health. Easy does it, and balance is the key. Aging, after all, is not about relinquishing things. It's about learning to make informed choices that serve you best. And that's what we're here for, to help guide you through understanding these dietary choices. In our next chapter, we'll explore another nutrient that pairs excellently with omega-3s, working hand in hand to enhance your blood flow and mind clarity even further. It's all about building that robust foundation for the healthiest version of yourself. So if you found today's discussion insightful and want to equip yourself with more empowering health tips, be sure to subscribe. Together, we'll keep navigating the path to vibrant health and well-being. Until next time, remember to be gentle with yourself. You're doing better than you might think, and each small step adds up to meaningful progress. Ever wonder why your legs feel heavy and sluggish, even when you think you're making all the right choices? You might be surprised to learn that a food you likely have in your kitchen right now could be the culprit. Yes, I'm talking about leafy greens, specifically kale, spinach, and collard greens. These foods are often crowned as nutrition heroes, celebrated for their wealth of vitamins, antioxidants, and brain-boosting properties. However, there's an important twist. Consuming too many of these greens, especially as we age, can quietly elevate the risk of blood clots, a serious health concern that many don't recognize until it's too late. Let me share another story from my practice. I had a patient named Mary, a vibrant 72-year-old who could light up any room. She had recently decided to take control of her health by incorporating kale smoothies into her daily routine. On the surface, her commitment to health seemed impressive, but shortly after her dietary shift, Mary started experiencing unexplained soreness in her legs and bouts of fatigue. Concerned, she made a trip to the emergency room, where she faced an unwelcome surprise: a small blood clot lurking in her leg. What went wrong? It turns out that her enthusiasm for those kale smoothies had led to an overwhelming increase in her vitamin K intake, tipping the delicate balance that everybody needs to manage blood flow effectively. This brings us directly to the heart of today's discussion, the role of vitamin K in our aging bodies. While it's true that vitamin K plays a pivotal role in blood coagulation, essential for stopping bleeding when we're hurt, too much of it can be counterproductive, particularly for those already prone to blood clots. With age, our blood vessels naturally become less efficient. They stiffen, hormones fluctuate, and circulation slows down. If you're on medications like blood thinners, the situation becomes even trickier, as well-meaning food choices might lead you down a hazardous path without you even realizing it. But the good news is, you don't need to cast these greens out of your diet. In fact, balance is what we need to strive for. Instead of diving headlong into kale smoothies every day, think about integrating these nutrient-packed foods more mindfully, ensuring you're consuming them in consistent, moderate amounts. You don't have to give up kale or spinach. Rather, aim to enjoy them in a rotation. Maybe swap out kale for arugula one day, add some baby spinach on another, and enjoy collards later in the week. This practice ensures that you receive the nutrients your body craves without provoking spikes in vitamin K that place unnecessary stress on your blood flow. Let's pivot to another powerful ally you might not be aware of, omega-3 fatty acids. These essential fats have a unique role in promoting cardiovascular health and improving blood flow. Found in fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, as well as in flax seeds and walnuts, omega-3s are known for their anti-inflammatory properties. They also contribute to healthier circulation by naturally thinning the blood. Let me tell you about another patient of mine, Harold. Despite his diligent intake of kale smoothies and multivitamins, he had been neglecting healthy fats in his diet. Once we incorporated sardines into his plan just twice a week and added some walnut snacks, Harold started experiencing significant improvements in his circulation in a matter of weeks. It just goes to show that small, strategic changes can lead to powerful results. What's more, we can't overlook the importance of hydration in this equation. Did you know that dehydration can thicken your blood, making circulation more laborious? It's true. Aging can often reduce thirst signals. So many seniors unintentionally don't drink enough water. Aim for at least 6 to 8 cups of fluid a day, considering your individual needs. Herbal teas or broths can boost your fluid intake while also providing additional health benefits. Now let's talk about movement, gentle, accessible movement. It can be a significant ally in your fight against blood clotting. Even if you're not able to walk easily, simple leg and ankle movements can keep your blood flowing and help prevent stagnation. I often tell my patients to flex and extend their ankles for 10 counts every hour, as if you're gently pumping a car pedal. This can have a surprisingly positive impact on circulation, especially when you've been sitting for a while. Don't forget to pay close attention to product labels too. Many smoothies and detox formulations are bottled with concentrated levels of leafy greens, which could unwittingly elevate your vitamin K intake. If you are on any heart medications or have specific health conditions, always consult your doctor before adding any new supplements or products into your regime. Let's pause for a moment and digest this information. If you're feeling apprehensive about your food choices or concerned about making a misstep, remember this. Your efforts to eat healthily are commendable. You're reading labels, preparing meals, and actively trying to make positive changes. Today, you've armed yourself with crucial knowledge that many may overlook. To recap, while leafy greens are indeed nutritionally beneficial, they must be consumed in moderation, especially by seniors who are on blood thinners or are at risk for clotting. Embrace the powerful synergy between greens and omega-3s. Stay hydrated. Keep moving gently. Your body will truly thank you for it. Aging doesn't equate to loss or limitation. Rather, it's about making informed choices that resonate best with your current stage of life. That's precisely why we're here to guide you through this journey of understanding your dietary options. In our next chapter, we'll introduce an even more powerful nutrient that works synergistically with omega-3s. This final piece of the puzzle could give your blood flow and cognitive clarity an extra boost, fortifying you for the future. You won't want to miss it. If you found our conversation today enlightening, and want to deepen your journey into healthy living, don't forget to subscribe. Together, we're charting the course towards vitality and well-being. Until next time, remember to be gentle with yourself. You're doing better than you think, and trust me, every small step you take is meaningful. If you've made it this far, you already care about your strength and well-being. That alone puts you ahead of most, and I want you to take a moment to feel proud of that commitment. Today, we've walked through various insights together, from the surprising risk of high vitamin K foods like kale and spinach, to the importance of balanced eating, hydration, gentle movement, and the inclusion of omega-3 fatty acids that support both your heart and brain. It's been a journey filled with valuable knowledge that empowers you to make informed choices about your health. Now, as we conclude this vital discussion, let's center on one final, impactful takeaway that will help you take the reins of your health with confidence. Embrace the notion that small, consistent changes create a ripple effect, and these changes can manifest tremendous benefits over time. I want you to remember, you don't have to overhaul your life in one go. Instead, think of your health like tending to a garden. Each tiny seed you plant, whether that's adding a serving of fatty fish into your week or swapping your greens, can lead to a flourishing landscape of wellness. Here's a simple action step you can take today. Choose one food item you've learned about, whether it's swapping out kale for a different green, incorporating fish into your meals, or simply drinking an extra glass of water today. Choose this small shift and pair it with the intention to communicate with your doctor about your food choices alongside any medications you might be taking. This partnership is vital, ensuring you're nurturing your health while minimizing risk. And let's not forget the power of community and support. Share your journey with friends and family, or join a group dedicated to healthy living. Being surrounded by others who share your goals can provide encouragement and accountability, making your path so much brighter. As you stand at this juncture of your health journey, I want you to embrace the belief that change is not only possible, but also profoundly empowering at any age. You possess the ability to age gracefully, with energy and strength, by making mindful decisions that honor your body's unique needs. As we close this chapter, know that you are not alone. There's a wealth of resources and a community of individuals who want to support you. If you found today's topic helpful, I invite you to subscribe and continue this journey with us. Weekly, we're here to share insights, tips, and friendly reminders aimed at ushering you toward a vibrant life. Remember, health isn't just the absence of illness. It's the presence of vitality, joy, and confidence. So as you navigate the choices ahead, trust in your ability to create a fulfilling, healthier life. You're doing better than you think, and every small step counts. Take that step today and watch as the seeds of your efforts bloom into the vibrant health you deserve. Thank you for your time, your care, and your courage. Until we meet again, let's keep nurturing each other's journeys towards wellness.